How you doing, everybody? Welcome in. This is the Hose Connections halftime report for week 2 of the high school football season. We're live in the Centier Bank studios, and we're going to give you the hometown scoreboard here, courtesy of your neighborhood Strachan Van Til Food Market. Week 2, a lot of things going on here. How about this one at Viking Field? That's where we'll start. 21-7 at the half. The Andrean 59ers lead the Valparaiso Vikings. We know Andrean's good, but I think a lot of us are surprised they lead by 2 touchdowns at Viking Field at the half. Let's go South Lake County here to Crown Point, Indiana, Crown Point High School, and they've got Arizona College Prep. We were hoping maybe somebody could give Crown Point a game this year, but it's not going to be Arizona College Prep, unfortunately. 28-0, or fortunately, depending on how you're looking at it, 28-0 Crown Point leads the Knights of Arizona College Prep at Crown Point Bulldog Turf here. So 28-0 at the half. I didn't know what to expect, but this must tell us that Crown Point is really as good as we thought. Other scores we're looking at here: Calumet Christian leads Bowman Academy. Actually, they won. That was last night, 43-6. River Forest leads Calumet 14-0 at the half. Chesterton leads Morton 21-9. Morton had a 2-0 lead in that ball game, but halftime now at Hessville High, 21-9. The score Chesterton leads. Couple other scores to give you. How about Griffith? So far this year, in a quarter and a half of football, the Griffith Panthers are playing like it's 1997. They lead 42-0 over Munster. They beat Highland last week, 56-0 in the opener. That's 98-0 in 6 quarters of football. They own Ridge Road, period. That's it. We all bow to Griffith now, any of us that live up here. That's just the way it is. I mean, wow, what can you say? 98-0. You look at the scores from 2005. You look at the scores from 1997. And you'll see runs like that from the Griffith Panthers. Now, I'm joking. I'm not comparing this team to those. But statistically, numbers-wise, score-wise, after at least a game and a half, they're in the conversation. Other scores here for Week 2. TF South leads the Hammond Central Wolves 12-7 in the third quarter. A final down in Indianapolis. The Hanover Central Wildcats fall to Bishop Chatard 28-7, already over. This is a weather-shortened game. Not exactly sure what happened, but the reports we have is that was it. Bad weather. They called the game after a stoppage of play. 28-7, the final. I believe it was in the third quarter. I think maybe the fourth. That I don't know exactly. But what I can tell you is that Hanover Central actually scored a touchdown the first time they check that. They had a kickoff return. Okay, not the first time they touched it. I believe there was a pick six. Chatard had a pick six to open the game on Hanover's first possession. Hanover answered that with a touchdown by who, Zach? Caden Verrett. That kid is unbelievable. He scored on, I think it was a 99-yard kickoff return touchdown. And that's Hanover's only score of the ball game. So, unfortunately, they fall. First time I believe they've lost a regular season game in a while. Isn't that right, Zach? Zach Miller, our production engineer here tonight. Northwood leads Portage 16-0 at the half. Boone Grove 16-6 over South Central. And Whiting leads Highland at the zipper down the street 13-6. That ball game also at the half. Other scores, we don't have Westside and East Chicago. If you got that, how about posting on social media for us there at the Hometown Scoreboard video or below this post here? That would be appreciated. Please include the score. All we ask is that you be accurate if you post it, because we're going to trust you, and we might just repeat it. A few other scores here. Kankakee Valley and Wheeler all tied up, 21 all at the half. A high-scoring shootout. We thought that would be a good ball game, and it is. Michigan City trails the Broncos of Lafayette Jeff 10-7 at the half. And how about Lake Central? Hanging in there with Grand Rapids Central Catholic up in Michigan. They actually led this one 3-0 at the half. It's now 17-10 in the fourth. Grand Rapids leads in this one. But Lake Central hanging in there. And on paper, when you look at this Grand Central team, looked like it was going to be maybe a dominant performance in their favor, but the Indians, after a long bus ride, have managed to make a game of it. Now over in LaPorte at Slicer Field, a good one going on there. A 1-point game. Lowell leads LaPorte by 7-6. At the Brickyard in Hobart, Maryville leads Hobart 29-0. This is at the half. Is that right, Zach? All right, so that's at the half, and I think that's all the scores we have right now. That's everything. We'll zip through them here one time real quick. 21-7, Andrean at the half over Valpo. Crown Point, 28-0 at the half over Arizona College Prep. River Forest, 14-0 at the half over Calumet at the Swamp. 21-9, Chesterton over Morton at the campus of Hessville High. 42-0, Griffith over Munster on Calumet Boulevard. The Marshlands, it's also known as John Friend Athletic Complex, has several official and unofficial nicknames there. TF South leads Hammond Central. The Wolves versus the Wolves in this one, 12-7 in the third. Neither one were the Wolves a couple of years ago. They're both the Wolves now. Chittard beats Hanover Central 28-7 in a weather-shortened game down in Indianapolis. And what else we got? 21 all, Kankakee Valley and Wheeler. 10-7, Michigan City trails Lafayette Jeff at Ames Field. 17-10, Lake Central trails Grand Rapids up in Michigan. 7-6, LaPorte trails Lowell, and Maryville leads Hobart 29-0. So that's all we have for you right now. We'll be back later with the Region Football Wrap-Up Show after the action is all finished, so come on back for that. In the meantime, find one of the games we have on live stream here on YouTube, on Facebook, on our website, regionsports.com, and on the IHSAA website as well. That's going to do it for now from the Centier Bank Studios. For Zach Miller, I'm Chris Ramirez. This has been the Hometown Scoreboard, courtesy of Strachan Van Til, on the Hose Connections Halftime Report on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.